Welcome back, lads and ladies, to Fontaine. It's been a long time, but we're back again. Well, not so much a long time, just one episode. Well, at least 2 episodes, I say. After all, we did do that thing for Scofier, didn't we? That was pretty enjoyable, actually. Oh shit, Kenichi's here! Holy shit!
ちょっと待って、もっとすごいの見つけちゃった。違法な龍肉を提供するレストランが大人気ですって。さすがだな。
This is kind of like in Pokemon, how you know, people going on about like, oh, how do people eat meat if, you know, there are, or if Pokemon are their animals in their world? Well, they eat Pokemon. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that, really, like how they're using saurian stew in their meals and all that. I actually spoke with a guy who knew a fella in Asia, you know, because they eat dogs in certain parts of the world there. And I asked him, so did he tell you what it tastes like? That I was really genuinely curious. And then he said, well, apparently, it's really good. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but yeah. Cover your ears, pup. Cover your ears. I'd never eat you, boy. No, never. Although... no. It's like when people go on about horse meat, like, oh, the audacity and all that, but to be fair, meat is meat, you know? You're gonna eat what you're gonna eat if you're hungry, you know? Kinda wanna know what horse meat tastes like. It's probably like mince, you know? Yeah, mince meat. Funny thing is, I can't even eat beef. It's too rough. I just don't like beef. Pork's my thing, although I'm more into fish than pork. But I can eat both, nonetheless. Yeah, it's been a while. How you been? It's a very pleasant surprise. No, it's probably just fake news. Oh, I see.
そもそもネタが豊富だったからかもしれないが、勝たせてもらった。キーニチさんにフォンテーヌの不名誉な一面を見せるのはちょっと情けないけどね。フォンテーヌには衝撃の真相みたいなタイトルで人々の目を引いて販売数を伸ばそうと目論む。
Yeah, they do that. A lot of scams going on in Fontaine, oddly enough, even though this is probably the most lawful city out of the lot of them. No matter where you go, there's gonna be crime left, right and centre. Although it's funny, I think in certain places, like, I think the less laws you have, the less likely you're going to commit them. Well, obviously because there's less laws, but mostly it's just due to the fact that there's not a restriction on certain things. I find that if you have less of a restriction on something, you're less likely to, you know... Oh, it's you. Less likely to cause a crime, basically, based on it. Should have expected Ajar to be here. I just fucking hurt my jaw. Fuck's sake. Ow. You ever do that when you eat something and your jaw just locks? Fuck, that hurts. Speaking of a restaurant, in Italy, there was, I think there still is, there's a restaurant that's run by ex-criminals and all that. I hear it's actually very, very successful. They've got good food and all that. Kind of want to go and visit when I get the chance. Basically, there were a bunch of prisoners that basically set up a little restaurant as a way of getting them back into the workforce and all that. And it was such a success that they basically just branded themselves gourmet chefs, basically, who've served time and all that. Not that, you know, being serving time should be held against you, of course. You know, it depends on what you did and all, but at the end of the day, I feel like you do deserve the chance to, you know, serve your time and then live normally afterwards. You know, you've served your time, and now you can basically come out and live your life as it is, really, you know. So it's good on them, you know, it's good on them that they continue their lives and work towards something better, you know. It's good.
さすがなたきっての龍狩り人ね。依頼はありがたいが、さっきも言ったように、俺は喋るのが得意じゃない。ケイイチの口下手、話下手。
Better than being a blabbermouth like you. Don't mind him. Back to me again, eh?
確かにいいアイデアね。それならいろいろ準備しないと。少し時間をちょうだい。質問を全部リストにまとめてくるから。
I guess I'm not allowed to refuse.
それについてはまた後で。もちろん君の意思を尊重するつもりよ。
I don't mind if it's you asking the question, Charlotte.
ゴシップ誌のデタラメ記事がどんどんエスカレートしてるってことは、ちゃんと協力官に報告しておくわ。それじゃあ私はこれでまたね。
Until then.
おお、嵐のようなやつだな。
She's always busy.
あ、そうだ。さっきから気になってたんだけど、さっきアハウに似た何かがちらっと見えたような。
Yeah, did you face any repercussions because of the whole flying thing with him? Ah, it was a job. Okay.
口が悪いのは相変わらずだけど、いつもよりおとなしいよな。
Let's hope he doesn't run into Farina. More than likely, she's going to get him put in the guillotine at some point.
偉大なる清流も大したことないな。言い返したくてうずうずしてるだろうが、今は出てこられないんだ。え、なんでだ？実のところ、体は問題ないんだが、こっちについてからある変わった法律があると知って。
Yeah, the whole floating
月
thing.
始めの3日間、フォンテーヌ邸では飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。
Why is that law even a thing? I don't understand that. Why is that a law?
おいらよーく知ってるぞ。
Yeah, you sure do.
キイニチがアハウの尻尾を掴んでる限り、空飛ぶ竜じゃなくて風船竜になるから問題なしってわけだ。まあ、俺もそう思ったんだが、プンプン起こる小さな風船になるのに抵抗があるみたいで。そのくせ、
You let out more air than you could put into him, I guess.
困ってるんだ。ところで、今朝パレメルモニアの告知板で見たんだが、街の外で永遠にちなんだイベントがあるらしい。フォンテーヌにはあと数日滞在する予定だから見に行こうと思った。
It's kind of nice to see a Natland member outside of Natland. It's like they've been stuck in their own land for so long, you know? It's nice that people are going out to explore the world. Okay. Sure, after you, buddy. An overnight fantasy land.
ここらしいな。ちょっと前までは何もない砂浜だったなんて。
A lot of stuff can be put together in such a quick time.
確かに。数日前、証人として出廷するために歌劇場へ向かった時も通ったが、まだ何もなかった。
Damn, they really did put in the work here.
フォンテーヌにも仕事人がいるみたいだ。
Oh, I know you!
数日どころか、一晩あれば十分ですよ。
Oh, what the fuck?
パパーッとあっという間に完成です。
Yeah, you're like the you're like the biggest beggar in all of Begdom, aren't you? I remember you. Yeah, you're the one who smacked your head on the concrete floor, didn't you? I remember now. Lepine Pauline, that's your name. That's the one. It's such a strange name. Oh, I love you. You're so quirky. Okay, who'd you pay to get all this together then? She would definitely be a Disneyland fucking mascot for sure. She's got so much pep in her step. Tell you what though, she could probably, if it wasn't for the two melazines on the tram lines, they would actually probably allow you to be one of the Aquabus curators because of how peppy you are. Although I can't see her taking Avol's place. For 3 days? Are you kidding me? I assume it's 3 days. Oh, press that. Her face! She's like, what is this thing? What is this contraption? Gizmo! Gizmo, sorry. I honestly thought he called him something else then for a minute. You're the Gizmoid. You can say that. Paimon, don't laugh. Kinda fits you. Her fucking face! Just not along, not along. Really, if you're that old, how come you haven't grown up in that time then? Don't pay him any more respect than he already doesn't deserve. Ah! My partner in crime, eh, Navia? How are ya? Nice to see you again. Hope you've been keeping well. The one and only. Ah, my trusty partner. This is a friend of mine from that land. And his assistant. Oh, good. No need for the introduction then. God damn. What the fuck? She actually called him by his title. And you're just gonna leave her like hanging there? What? Fuck you, man. She called you by honorifics and you don't even shake her hand. Coming from the fucking god of, like, all knowledge. You want to call yourself Paimon, eh? I mean, he's a little bit annoying, but... This really makes sense how it was all able to be put together in one night. No doubt Navia had the Spina de Rosala help out with this. There was no way she'd be able to do this in one night. How much she pay you? How much did she pay you for you to take her bullshit? It must have been a pretty penny, surely. Looked at us to say, oh my god, thanks fuck she's paying me. I'm kind of surprised Farina's not here. I mean, I know she's trying to take a long-deserved rest from all the drama and all that shit, especially after we tried pulling her into a freaking, like, fucking tutti-frutti fucking pantomime, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, it'd be nice for her to be here, you know, after all, to enjoy all the festives and all that. Huh? Oh, yeah, her summon, I see. How did you get that? Surely that's got to infringe on some sort of copyright law, no? She must have annoyed her for it. Fair enough. We're gonna need an awful lot more planning. We need like catering, we need a medical station, we need security, all different types of things. Huh, seems like a plan. I don't mind helping out. Come on. Ah, okay. I figured Escoffier would be here. Yeah, she's working catering, I'm guessing. Yep, there she is. She's all over the place. There she is. That's what the chopping board's there for, you fucking prize brat! It's for chopping fucking veg!
お嬢様、お話中失礼します。ちょっと見ていただきたいものが。じゃあごめん。私はこれで自由に見て回って。
I will, thank you, my dear.
イベントに参加してくれるなら、後で私のところに来て。
Sure thing. Thanks, dear. My love, my life, my trouble and strife, how are you? Yes, I've come to take part in the events. Of course. I've played Jurassic Park Evolution. I know how to run a little park here and there. Also, please let me know, guys, if you'd like me to try out the new Jurassic Park Evolution 3. I won't mind. I didn't manage to do 2 because I felt like they were just adding like marine life and some aerial life, which we kind of already know a little bit much already, and it doesn't really cover anything new apart from certain like upgrades to like vehicular like things in buildings and like apartment rides. Hopefully the third installment will actually bring much more interesting different breeds of dinosaurs and more interactive capabilities. Not that Evolution 2 didn't, but I felt like it was too stale, you know. It needed more like natural behaviors that the animals would have, basically, you know. But it's completely up to you guys. Okay. Okay. So basically, you just gotta build up attendance to get money, and then the money rolls in more attendance, so that the attendance can roll in more money. Gotcha. Sure, sure, sure.
もちろん経営やアトラクションに対する理解は人それぞれだもの。
Yeah, you have to have multiple choices so people can go from one thing to another. One thing that could be an issue are lines, because if we're getting a huge crowd coming in, we kind of need VIP passes. Not only does it bring in more money, it helps against those that don't want to wait for a ride, really, then. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a scummy thing to do, and it is a scummy thing to do, that's why it works. People don't want to stay in lines for days on end, you know, unless you're English, of course. Then you can just handle anything, really. We're not proud of much over here, but we are proud of our queues. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Right, so this woman stepped in front of me, right, when I was in the queue for a store. I politely tapped her on the shoulder. All I did was look at her, and then she said, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, were you queuing?" I said, "Yes, madam." And she said, "Oh my, I'm so sorry," and then she just scuttled like to the back of the line. It's a serious sin. Don't do it. I mean, obviously she didn't know, so I forgave her for that. But for Christ's sakes, do not cut the line. Not here. We will bite your heads off for it. But she was a good sport about it, so it's all right. All right, this looks really good. So we gotta go for the rings, collect the coins. Watch out for the mud piles. I do love the underwater way of travelling. Oh! We've got like these little walls to avoid. Nice. This kind of reminds me of those old Spyro games when you can have mini games like this. I don't know what you call them, like when you go through those open like wall cave type things, and you'd have to avoid obstacles. Seems very linear, but it's pretty fun. There we go. Pick the perfect character for it as well. Siegeween, the natural magazine swimmer. Cool. Not a bad game, that. It's pretty easy to get into, actually. I enjoyed it. Wonder what the other two games are like. My days. I didn't think the money would be enough from her. I didn't think you guys were actually reaching into your own pockets. Honestly, I thought the sponsorship from Farina would have been enough for this, no? I mean, she is a household name, so I thought like having like the little mascot from her would be enough to draw in the crowds, no? Make people think that she was here. Is that false advertising? Possibly. But, well, it works, you know. If people don't read the fine print, and they shouldn't be surprised when they get hoodwinked. It's like I know this one guy who bought season tickets for a rugby premiership season. And I believe he got scammed. The guy basically added more zeros underneath when it should have been like a good 100 and some odd pounds. It ended up being like 1,700. Anyway, phoned up the guy and managed to have a little agreement with the thing. He returned the tickets and he got his money back, which was quite good, really. Quite a surprise how that turned out well. I think it was a genuine mistake on his half that he didn't mean to sell them for that much. He tried to still sell the tickets to say like, oh no, let's do it for this price, and then he said, oh no, I can't trust you now after that, which is fair, you know, but like it's just surprising how easy it is for someone to like make a misclick and then you could end up buying something that you know you don't have the money for it, you know. Just a surprise that it ended quite easy as it did. Although knowing him, I think the guy probably knew what he was doing. He probably thought he could hoodwink the guy, but it didn't work. And that's why he had to backtrack so quickly. But yeah. Watch out for scammers, kids. They're all around us. It would make an interesting idea, though. Alright then, thank you, my dear. I think we'll do okay with some of them. Greetings, my dear. Hope you're not too pushed for time.
置き忘れた銃を取りに戻ってくるお客さんよ。きっと今度は弾を持って仕返しに来るわよ。すごいお客さんだな。
No, you wouldn't.
なんだよその反応。
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
本当にそんなお客さんがいたのか?
It's quite surprising how stupid some people can be. It's like in America, for instance. I've heard this one story of a guy that went in with a BB gun into a gun store and tried to hold it up. Safe to say, everyone and their mother let loose a whole bunch of loads into the guy. I mean, are you that dumb that you could hold up a gun store with a BB gun? They're not going to take time to look and see if it's a toy. They're just going to shoot you. Like, what? It's so dumb.
最初は私もそう思っていたのですが、板や石が積まれた中に埋もれていたところからすると。
Oh, so someone probably tried to hand it off to someone, like an illegal sale or something. I'm sure an awful lot of Fontanian people would like to get some Natlanese tech, or some like ancient artifacts, I'd say. I guess things here in Fontaine are more tech-wise because they're more forwards in their tech compared to anywhere else. Although I won't lie, some of the technology in Leeway and Inazuma look quite similar, but I think Leeway is far more ahead than Inazuma, mostly due to Ai being in meditation for God knows how long and thus didn't really forward her people's practices. There was a gun. Okay. A dangerous item indeed.
そういえば、キリニチさんはナタのご出身ですもんね。銃には詳しいんですか？
仕事柄武器には多少興味があるんだ。
俺がやったおもちゃにもう飽きたのか？これだからお子様は困るんだよ。
ああ、とっくに飽きた。
だと俺様が授けたものをよくも。
Honestly, if I could have any gun, no problem with legalization or certification, I'd probably go for a bolt action, like an SMLE or something. Like, they're just like classic, you know. I love the noise that the bolt makes when it pings in and out of position when you reload it. It just sounds lovely. Not even just to shoot it, you know. Just the sound of it, it just sounds so brilliant. I love the clicking noise it makes. Made a sketch for us. Oh, that's a pretty decent sketch. I don't think it's a gun though. Kind of looks like a glove of sorts. Sketched by a professional indeed. You should have been an artist, madam. Well, do you know what it is? Don't mind my dog, he's just burying himself under the bed.
いや、特徴をよく捉えた絵だ。ナタのもので間違いないと思う。すまない。絵に集中してたんだ。
To admire it. Thank you for all the help. This has definitely been helpful. Could this possibly be someone selling this type of weaponry to someone here in Fontaine? This could be a form of trafficking. I hope so too. Take care. Hopefully she's none the wiser. Yeah, let's have a talk about it.
お前も気づいただろ? あれは普通の銃じゃない。
It looked ancient.
古竜の遺跡から掘り出された年代物だろう。
It's like imagine picking up a Smith & Weston.
銃というよりハンドキャノンに近いんだが。
Although I think it's safe to say that wheel locks and flintlocks are far older than Smith & Westons. They're more like 1800s guns, whereas the flintlock and wheel locks are I'd probably say 16, maybe early 1700s at most. It's quite surprising how stuck in our own ways we can be when it comes to weaponry. I mean, we were still using muskets up to the Revolutionary War, really. Well, the Americans were. We weren't. We kind of moved on from those at a certain point.